Why do most straight-A students end up working for C students? It's a paradox that haunts our education system, isn't it? We're told a simple story. Go to school, get good grades, go to a good college, get a good job. Follow the rules and you will be successful. But for millions, that promise is broken. You did follow the rules. You memorized the periodic table. You wrote the 5-paragraph essays. You got the degree, and with it, the mountain of student debt. And where did it get you? Stuck. Stuck in a job that probably doesn't use your degree. Stuck on a financial treadmill, living paycheck to paycheck, wondering why that promised good life looks more like a golden cage. Here is the truth they never tell you in an assembly hall. The traditional education system was never designed to make you wealthy. It was designed over a century ago to create one thing: compliant, efficient employees, cogs in a great industrial machine. It teaches you how to get a job, but it never teaches you how to build an income. It teaches you how to memorize answers, but not how to ask the right questions. It teaches you how to work for money, but it never, ever teaches you how to make money work for you. There is a massive, gaping canyon between academic knowledge and wealth knowledge. And today, we are going to fill that gap. This isn't a lecture. This is an unlearning. This is a 7,000-word deep dive masterclass into the 5 king skills that are directly responsible for creating $10,000 a month incomes and beyond. These are the skills of the new rich, the digital entrepreneurs, the financially free. This is the curriculum they refuse to teach you. We will cover the art of high-ticket sales, the science of irresistible copywriting, the strategy of building a digital tribe, the mechanics of creating high-value offers, and the leverage mindset that separates the worker from the owner. Forget the Pythagorean theorem. It's time to learn what actually pays the bills and builds an empire. If you're ready to unlearn the useless and master the profitable, this video is your new curriculum. Let's begin. What's the first word that comes to mind when I say salesman? Pushy? Dishonest? Manipulative? Oily? This is the first sin of your education. School, and the culture it creates, teaches you that selling is a dirty word. It's something you do to people, not for people. It's the opposite of noble professions like being a doctor or a teacher. This belief is the single greatest barrier keeping intelligent, empathetic people poor. Here is the fundamental truth of all economics. Nothing in the world happens until a sale is made. That chair you're sitting in? A sale. The computer you're watching this on? A sale. The food you ate for breakfast? A sale. The company you work for only exists because someone, somewhere, is selling a product or service. Selling is not a dirty word. Selling is the engine of human progress. And more importantly for you, it is the single fastest path to a high income. Why? Because selling is not about convincing. It is not about manipulation. True high-ticket selling is about one thing: problem solving. You get paid in direct proportion to the size of the problems you solve. School teaches you how to solve small, hypothetical problems on a worksheet. The real world pays a fortune to those who can solve large, expensive, and painful problems. A $10,000 per month income doesn't come from being a salesperson. It comes from being a high-paid consultant who can sit down with a person or a business, diagnose a deep and painful problem, and offer the solution. The problem isn't that their website is ugly. The problem is that their ugly website is failing to get leads, which means their business is slowly dying, which means they can't pay their mortgage, and they lie awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling in cold sweat. That is the problem, and when you can diagnose that problem, the price of the solution becomes a small detail. So how do you master this? It starts with unlearning everything you think you know about selling. First, shut up and listen. The worst salespeople talk. The best salespeople listen. School rewards the person with the fastest answer. The real world rewards the person with the best question. My rule is the 80-20 rule. You should be listening 80% of the time and talking only 20%. And when you do talk, you're not pitching, you're asking questions. This leads to the second technique. Ask why 5 times. This is a famous diagnostic tool from the Toyota production system, and it works perfectly in sales. A client says, "I need more traffic to my website." A bad salesperson says, "Great, our SEO package is $2,000 a month." A master salesperson asks, "Why do you need more traffic?" "Well, to get more leads." "Why do you need more leads?" "So I can make more sales." "Why do you need to make more sales?" "Because our revenue has been flat for 6 months." "Why has it been flat?" "Because our biggest competitor just launched a new product and they're eating our lunch." Ah, so the real problem isn't traffic. The real problem is that your competitor has a better offer and you're losing market share. Is that right? Do you see the difference? You've just gone from a $2,000 SEO package commodity to a $20,000 market repositioning and competitive strategy consultation. You are no longer a vendor, you are a partner. You're not selling a tool, you're selling a transformation. Third, master the art of framing. You must control the frame of the conversation. High-ticket sales is not about "this costs X." It's about "this solves Y." Never frame your service as a cost. It is an investment. A cost is money gone. An investment is money that returns more. The investment for this solution is $10,000. And based on our conversation, if we solve this problem, it will stop you from losing $20,000 a month to your competitor. So this investment pays for itself in just 2 weeks. See? The $10,000 price tag didn't change, but its meaning did. And finally, learn to love objections. In school, a no or a wrong answer is a failure. It's a red X on your paper. In sales, an objection is a gift. An objection is not rejection, it is a request for more information. When a client says, "That's too expensive," they are not saying no. They are saying, "I haven't shown you how the value is greater than the price." When they say, "I need to think about it," they are saying, "I'm not confident this will work for me." When they say, "I need to talk to my spouse," they are saying, "I'm afraid to make this decision alone." Do not argue with the objection, agree with it, and ask a question. "It's too expensive." I agree, it's a significant investment. But let me ask you, what's the cost of not fixing this problem? What will it cost you 6 months from now if nothing changes? Case study. Think about the closers. In many online businesses, there are people who make $10,000 to $20,000 a month on commission. They don't have a product, they don't run ads, they don't even have a website. They just take calls. They talk to people who have already expressed interest in a $5,000 coaching program. Their only job is to listen, diagnose the pain, and confirm that the program is the right solution. They are the empathetic problem solvers. For every $5,000 sale they facilitate, they might make $500 or $1,000. Do that 10 or 20 times a month, and you have a six-figure income. They are earning more than most surgeons with zero student debt simply because they mastered one skill. The mindset shift is this: you are not a salesperson. You are not pushing a product. You are a high-paid doctor for businesses and individuals. You diagnose pain and you prescribe solutions. When you truly believe that your solution is worth more than the price you're asking, selling ceases to be amoral. It becomes your moral obligation to sell because you know you can help. Stop hiding behind your laptop. Learn to talk to people. Learn to ask questions. Learn to solve expensive problems. That is king skill number 1.
What kind of writing did school reward? Long words, complex sentences, the 5-paragraph essay. You were taught to write to sound smart, to fill the page, to meet the word count. You were taught to use jargon to prove you were part of the in-group. This is academic writing. Its goal is to prove you did the reading. And it is the exact opposite of writing that makes money. The second king skill is direct response copywriting. The goal of copywriting isn't to sound smart. It isn't to win literary awards. The goal is simple, and it is ruthless: to get one specific person to take one specific action. That's it. Click this link, buy this product, subscribe to this newsletter. High-income writing is not about complexity. It's about clarity and emotion. While academic writing is filled with we and I, great copy is obsessed with one word: you. The customer doesn't care about your company's history. They don't care about your product's features. They care about themselves. They care about their problems, their fears, their desires. This is the features versus benefits test. A feature is what your product is. This laptop has a 16-core M3 processor. A benefit is what your product does for the customer. This laptop renders your 4K videos in half the time, so you can finish your work by 5 p.m. and see your family. School teaches you to list features. The market pays for benefits. The most powerful framework in copywriting is the AIDA formula. It's been around for 100 years and it's never failed. Attention, interest, desire, action. First, attention. This is your headline or the first line of your email. It has one job: to get the person to read the second sentence. That's all. It does this by entering the conversation already happening in your customer's mind. A bad headline? Our new revolutionary fitness program. A good headline? Still struggling to lose that last 10 pounds? This 30-day plan is for you. It speaks directly to a pain point. Second, interest. Now you have their attention. You have to hold it. You do this with a story, a shocking fact, or by agitating the problem. That last 10 pounds is the most stubborn. It sticks to your waist. It makes you feel bloated in your favorite jeans. You've tried everything. You've cut carbs, you've done endless cardio, and nothing works. You start to believe it's just how you are now. It's not. You're showing them you understand them. Third, desire. This is where you paint the after picture. You don't sell the product, you sell the result. You sell the life they will have after they use your product. Imagine 30 days from now, you button those old jeans and they feel loose. You look in the mirror and see your jawline again. You don't just feel lighter, you feel confident. You have more energy in the afternoon. You're no longer at war with your body. You are selling them a new identity. And finally, action. Be painfully clear. Don't be artistic. Tell them exactly what to do next. If you're ready to stop the struggle, click the button below to get the 30-day transformation plan. The link is right here. A confused mind always says no. Be clear. So, how do you master this? First, write like you talk. Use simple 5th grade level language. Use short sentences. Use contractions. If you wouldn't say utilize in a normal conversation, don't write it. Write use. Read your copy out loud. If it sounds robotic, it's bad copy. Second, apply the so what test. Read every single sentence you write and then ask, so what? Our new software has an AI-powered dashboard. So what? So you can instantly see where you're over budget and save an average of $300 a month. That's the line. That's the copy. Third, study great copy. Find websites, ads, and sales emails that made you want to buy something. Copy them out by hand, word for word. This isn't plagiarism. This is how you internalize the rhythm and structure of persuasive writing. All the master painters learned by copying the old masters. Copywriting is no different. Case study. Think about a single email newsletter, someone like Morning Brew or The Hustle. They're free, they build a massive audience of millions. How do they make money? By selling ad spots. A single ad slot in their newsletter can cost as much as $50,000 to $100,000 for one day. Why? Because they have mastered the art of grabbing attention and holding interest every single morning. They built an audience, we'll get to that next, using nothing but words. Or think of a landing page for an online course. That one single web page, just words and pictures, can be responsible for millions of dollars in sales. It's a salesperson that works for you 24/7, never sleeps, never complains, and delivers the perfect pitch every single time. That is the power of copywriting. The mindset shift is this: you are not a writer. You are a psychologist and a problem solver who uses the written word. You are an architect of persuasion. You understand that words are not just for describing the world, they are for changing it. Mastering this skill means you can generate sales at scale. You can sell to 10,000 people at the same time. You are no longer limited by how many calls you can make in a day. You have a new, godlike leverage. That is king skill number 2.
In school, you were taught to be a generalist. Be well-rounded. Join the debate team, the science club, and the basketball team. The goal was to fit in, to be acceptable to everyone. In the new economy, being a generalist is a death sentence. If you are a life coach, you are competing with 10 million other life coaches. If you are a health expert, you are invisible. If you are a business consultant, nobody knows what you do. Wealth in the digital age is not built by appealing to everyone. It is built by being a specialist and attracting a niche tribe that trusts you implicitly. This is king skill number 3, strategic audience building. You can be the best salesperson in the world. You can be the most God-tier copywriter. But if you have no one to sell to, your skills are worthless. An audience is the ultimate asset. It's a group of people who share a common interest, who have raised their hand and said, "I want to hear from you." It is the most valuable thing you can build in the 21st century. And the best part? You don't need to be famous. You don't need millions of followers. In 2008, a writer named Kevin Kelly wrote a now legendary essay called 1,000 True Fans. His premise was simple. To make a living as a creator, You don't need millions of fans. You just need 1,000 true fans. A true fan is defined as someone who will buy anything you create. If you have 1,000 true fans and you create one product a year that costs $100, you've just made $100,000. That's a $10,000 a month income from a small audience of just 1,000 people. Suddenly, the goal feels achievable. It's not about going viral. It's about going deep. So how do you build this tribe? First, you must pick a niche and then niche down again. This is the hardest part for most people because they are afraid of excluding people. But in the beginning, exclusion is your goal. Health is not a niche. Keto is a niche. Keto for busy moms is a better niche. Keto for busy moms over 40 who are struggling with hormonal changes. That is a tribe. Why? Because when a 42-year-old mom finds you, she will say, "This person is talking directly to me." She will trust you 10 times more than the generic health expert. You're not just an expert, you're her expert. Second, the value-first strategy. This is non-negotiable. You must give and give and give before you ever ask for a sale. You must give away 90% of your best content for free. You build trust by solving their smaller problems for free. You post free tips. You write free articles. You make free videos, just like this one. You teach them what to do. Then, when you've earned their trust, you can sell them the how to do it. You sell the system, the shortcut, the community, the accountability. A free YouTube video might give you a 15-minute workout. The $200 paid course gives you the full 90-day nutrition plan, the workout schedule, the community support, and the weekly check-ins. Third, consistency over virality. Stop trying to make one perfect viral video. It's a lottery. Instead, show up every day or every week for years. Trust is not built in a day. It is built in the mundane, day in, day out consistency. It's built by being the one voice they can rely on, the one person who shows up week after week with valuable insights. An audience is like a garden. You can't just water it once and expect it to grow. You have to tend to it. Case study. Look at any successful YouTuber, podcaster, or newsletter writer. Let's take a channel that talks only about fountain pens, a tiny, weird niche. That channel might only have 50,000 subscribers, but those 50,000 people are obsessed. They are not casual viewers. They are hobbyists. They are true fans. When that YouTuber launches their own Beginner's Guide to Fountain Pens ebook for $40, thousands buy it. When they do a brand deal with a premium ink company, that company pays them $5,000 because they know this audience buys. When they launch their own signature pen for $150, it sells out in an hour. That small channel is easily clearing $10,000 a month, while a viral comedy channel with 5 million subscribers struggles because their audience is broad, untargeted, and disloyal. The mindset shift is this: you are not a content creator scrambling for views. You are the leader of a community, a shepherd for a specific tribe. Your job is not to entertain the masses. Your job is to serve the few. Build an email list. Build a community. Treat their attention like the precious, sacred resource it is. That asset, that list of people who trust you, is your real business. It's your insurance against any algorithm, any platform, any economic downturn. That is king skill number 3.
What is the fundamental model of a job that school prepares you for? Time for money. You're paid an hourly wage or a yearly salary. You give 40 hours of your life, you get X dollars. The only way to make more money is to work more hours, overtime, or to beg for a 3% raise. This is a trap. It's the hamster wheel. Why? Because your income is capped. You cannot create more time. There are only 24 hours in a day. Even if you're a high-paid lawyer charging $500 an hour, you still have a ceiling. To make more, you have to sacrifice your life, your health, your family. The fourth king skill is how you break this trap. It's high-ticket offer creation. This is the skill of decoupling your time from your income. You do this by creating assets that sell 24/7, whether you are working, sleeping, or on vacation. You must stop selling time. You must start selling results. Let's say you're a freelance website designer. You charge $50 an hour. A client comes to you for a 20-hour project. You make $1,000. You've traded 20 hours for $1,000. That's a high-paying job. But what if you productized your knowledge? What if you identified the one type of client you serve best? Let's say plumbers. You know exactly what a plumber needs on their website. A book an appointment button, a gallery of past jobs, a 24/7 emergency service banner. So you stop being a freelancer for hire. You create a product. The 5-figure plumber's website system. It's a package. It includes your pre-built website template, a 10-part video course showing them how to install and customize it, a PDF guide on the 5 pages every plumber's website must have, and access to a private community. You sell this package for $2,000. You build it once, and you can sell it 10, 100, or 1,000 times. You are no longer selling 20 hours of your time. You are selling a result, a transformation. The transformation from a confused plumber with no website to a professional plumber with a lead-generating machine. That is a high-ticket offer. It's scalable. The path to this is called the value ladder. Imagine a ladder. The bottom rung is your free content, your YouTube videos, your blog posts. This is what attracts your audience. The next run is a low-ticket offer, maybe a $50 ebook. This is to convert a fan into a customer. It builds trust. The next rung is your mid-ticket offer, maybe your $500 video course. And the top rung is your high-ticket offer, your $2,000 system, or your $5,000 mastermind, or your $10,000 done-for-you service. To make $10,000 a month, you could try to sell 1,000 copies of a $10 ebook. That's hard. Or you could sell 5 systems at $2,000 each. Or just one person into a $10,000 done-with-you coaching package. That's the power of high ticket. You need fewer customers, which means you can serve them better. So how do you build a $1,000 plus offer? Ask yourself this question. What specific, painful problem can I solve that is worth over $1,000 to someone? Notice the wording. It's not about what you want to sell. It's about what they are desperate to buy. People will pay $1,000 plus to make more money, launch a business, get a promotion, save their health, lose 50 pounds, fix chronic pain, save a relationship, save their marriage, fix their family, save time, a system that automates their business. Your offer is not just information. Information is free. It's on Google. Your offer is an outcome. It's a system. It's information, the videos, plus implementation, the worksheets, plus community, the Facebook group, plus accountability, the coaching calls. That package is what makes it high ticket. Case study. Look at any successful online coach. They almost all follow this model. A friend of mine was a one-on-one personal trainer. He was stuck at $5,000 a month, completely burned out, trading hours for dollars at the gym. He built one online course, the 90-day Dad Bod Transformation. He packaged his entire system, the workouts, the nutrition, the mindset. He sold it for $1,997. He used his small Instagram audience, skill number 3, and his understanding of their pain, skill number 1, and his simple sales page, skill number 2, to launch it. In his first month, he sold 10. He made $20,000 while training 0 clients in person. He had decoupled his time from his income. The mindset shift is this: you are not a freelancer. You are not an employee. You are an architect of high-value solutions. You are a creator of assets. Your knowledge, when packaged correctly, is an asset. Your audience is an asset. Your sales page is an asset. You build the asset once, and it pays you forever. That is how you break the hamster wheel. That is king skill number 4.
There is one final gaping hole in your education, and it's the most insidious one. School teaches you 2 terrible habits. First, it teaches you to save money. A penny saved is a penny earned. Put your money in a savings account. Get 0.1% interest. Watch inflation eat it alive. Second, it teaches you to do all the work yourself. Collaborating on a test is called cheating. Asking for help is a sign of weakness. The one who does it all, the lone genius, is rewarded. This mindset will keep you poor and busy forever. The rich do the exact opposite. First, they don't save money, they invest it. Second, they don't do all the work. They leverage other people's time. This is the final king skill, leverage. Leverage is the art of multiplying your output without multiplying your effort. Let's start with financial leverage. The goal is not just to make $10,000 a month. That's level 1. Level 2 is to use that $10,000 to make more money. When you get your first $10,000 month, your school brain will say, "Great, let's buy a nicer car. Let's get a bigger apartment." You're focused on consuming. The wealth brain says, "Great, I'm going to live on $5,000. I'm going to take the other $5,000 and reinvest it." Reinvest it where? Back into the business. You buy ads. You turn $1,000 into $3,000 in sales. You buy a better camera, which makes your videos, your assets, better. You buy a piece of software that automates your email list. You invest in assets like stocks, real estate, or your own business, instead of liabilities like car payments and consumer debt. The poor work for money. The rich make money work for them. Your education never taught you this. It taught you algebra, but not asset allocation. Now let's talk about the even more powerful form of leverage, time leverage. This is the who, not how mindset, a concept from strategic coach Dan Sullivan. Your entire life, school has trained you to ask, how can I do this? How can I build a website? So you spend 100 hours learning to code. How can I edit a video? So you spend 20 hours in Final Cut Pro. How can I do my taxes? So you spend a weekend in a panic. The wealthy entrepreneur asks a different question. Who can do this for me? The how question makes you the bottleneck. It keeps you as the doer. The who question makes you the director. It forces you to find leverage. You, as the visionary, are worth $500 an hour. Your time should only be spent on the 5 king skills: selling, writing,
building your audience, creating your offer, and your team and tools leverage. Any task that is not one of those things should be delegated. Editing your video, that's a $25 an hour task. Who can do that? Answering customer service emails, that's a $15 an hour task. Who can do that? Booking your appointments, that's a $10 an hour task. Who can do that? Your first hire will change your life. It's a virtual assistant or a VA. You can hire a brilliant, talented VA from somewhere like the Philippines for $5 to $10 an hour. You pay them $10 an hour to do 10 hours of admin work a week. You just bought 10 hours of your life back for $100, and you can use those 10 hours on $500 an hour tasks, like closing a new $5,000 client. You just turned a $10 cost into a $5,000 investment. This is the mindset of the CEO. School taught you to be an employee. You must teach yourself to be the Chief Executive Officer of You, Inc. The other forms of leverage? Code and media. This video is media leverage. I recorded it once. It can be watched by 1 million people. I am in effect teaching 1 million people at the same time. I've leveraged my time. A piece of software is code leverage. A developer writes it once. It can be sold 1 million times 24/7 for almost zero marginal cost. The mindset shift is this: you are not a person, you are a system. You are not a doer, you are the manager of a wealth-generating system. Your job is to build the system and then remove yourself from as much of it as possible. Your system is your audience builder, social media, skill number 3, your lead capture, copywriting, skill number 2, your sales converter, sales skills, skill number 1, your product delivery, your course, skill number 4, and your team and tools, leverage. That is the machine. You are no longer the cog. You are the architect of the machine. That is king number 5.
So, let's recap. The 5 king skills that school refused to teach you. Persuasion and high-ticket sales. The art of solving expensive problems. Irresistible copywriting. The science of selling at scale with words. Strategic audience building. How to build a tribe that trusts you. High-value offer creation. How to package your knowledge into an asset. Financial and time leverage. The mindset of who, not how. Do you see the thread that connects all of these? School taught you to be a replaceable cog in a giant machine. A machine owned by someone else. It taught you to trade your time for a paycheck, to follow instructions, to save your pennies, and to do all the work yourself. These 5 skills teach you to be the machine. They teach you to build a system where you are the owner. A system that leverages your unique knowledge. A system that builds a tribe loyal to your vision. A system that sells for you while you sleep. A system that decouples your income from your time forever. Your education is your responsibility. It didn't end when you got your diploma. That was just the tutorial. The school bell has rung for the last time. Your real education starts today. So here is my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and click to the next one. Don't just like it and forget it. That's passive consumption. That's the employee mindset. Adopt the CEO mindset right now. Pick one. Pick the one skill you're weakest in. Is it sales? Is it writing? Is it building an audience? Pick one. And for the next 30 days, make it your obsession. Buy a book on it. Watch 100 YouTube videos about it. Practice it. Your new curriculum has been delivered. The choice to do the homework is yours. Thank you for watching. If you're ready to continue your real education, subscribe to this channel. We're unlearning the useless and mastering the profitable. Class dismissed.